What's happening, YouTube? This is Jonathan Pariente, the Education 10 here, coming at you guys with another video. Want to ask you guys to please continue to check and subscribe to my channel for more upcoming videos. So, last week, as you all know, I went to the Jets-Texans game last week. And I had mentioned to you what I had seen from quarterback Sam Darnold. Well, I'm sure there were some naysayers that were still not convinced. And rightfully so. Okay, it was only a couple games. Sam Darnold did he prove anything in that game? He did. Well, despite another loss yesterday, for that matter, whatever naysayers that still didn't believe they can trust Sam Darnold, well, I think Sam finally put those naysayers to bed with the performance he gave against one of the great quarterbacks in the game right now, Aaron Rodgers. There's no disputing it. Sam Darnold played one of his even better games than he did a week ago, and he took it tooth and nail with one of the best quarterbacks in this game. Not to mention, this is a quarterback that Darnold studies intensely to try to kind of become a little bit. And does he remind me a little bit of Rodgers? Kind of. Just like Rodgers can make throws on the run, so can Darnold. So the similarities are there. And now even when Aaron Rodgers is even saying Darnold's going to have a bright future, you're getting some very ringing endorsements from top players in the NFL. And next week, to end out the year, Sam Darnold, because he was injured the last game and didn't play, he'll have his very first crack against Tom Brady. In what you could probably say could be a changing of the guard. You have Darnold, a fresh 21-year-old coming into the NFL. You have Tom Brady at 41, almost on his way out of the NFL. I know the Jets have nothing to play for. I get it. They're out of the playoffs. They're not going anywhere. I get it. A lot of changes are going to be made. It's very clear. But this matchup with Tom Brady could be a precursor to the very near future of the AFC East. What do I mean by that? Even though New England clinched the AFC East for the 10th straight year, the Mighty Patriots are not the Mighty Patriots of old anymore. Their crown is slipping. Brady's not the same quarterback he was in 2001, 2002, 2004, 2005, 2013, or the years past. He's not that quarterback anymore, even though he could still do it. The fact of the matter is Brady's not going to be here for much longer. Neither is Bill Belichick. So you have to wonder, in the near future, if you're looking at this AFC East over the next few years, what team will it run through? Well, if you look at all the teams in the AFC East right now, the Jets, the Bills, the Dolphins, New England, which of these teams have a quarterback that you feel could dominate the East as Brady has done for 10 straight years? I'm not saying that it's a clear-cut winner yet, but right now, who do the Dolphins have at quarterback? Ryan Tannehill. Is he any good? No. You look at the Buffalo Bills. All right, they have a new rookie in Josh Allen. He certainly can run the ball. Can he pass the ball 100%? No. Do the Bills really have a team that scares anybody yet? Yet. Keyword. No. I already mentioned the Dolphins. Okay, they have a good special teams. Okay, they finally have Tannehill healthy, but is Tannehill really the long-term solution for this team? Because it just doesn't look like Tannehill's been consistent at all since he's been in the NFL, even if you count the injuries. Don't be surprised. For all the struggles the Jets have had throughout their many years, throughout the years that the Jets have always played second banana, third, or fourth banana to New England, I will not be surprised if that era is coming to an end. If Darnold really can be this great of a quarterback that not only that I think he's going to become, but I think the whole league's taking notice of it, could the Jets eventually do what New England does and dominate the East for years? I don't know. But does Darnold give you the best possibility that the Jets could, that this AFC East could go through the Jets in the near future? Maybe. But as I've said, the key will be who does Darnold get around him for the near future. The time off helped Darnold. It's very clear it was a blessing in disguise with the injury that he had, because it allowed Darnold to really concentrate on what was out in front of him and how he had to approach playing in the NFL. And listen, it's a struggle any rookie quarterback will go through. No rookie quarterback can just make it in the NFL in 1 year and expect to be there for the next 10. As a rookie, you're going to make mistakes. As a rookie, you're going to struggle. As a rookie, you're going to have to make adjustments to the game. Sometimes people don't understand that perception with playing in college football to playing in the NFL. In college, you can get away with flea flickers. You can get away with wildcat. You can get away with ridiculous Hail Mary throws. You can get away with end arounds and fake punts and trick plays. In college, you can get away with those. You don't in the NFL. NFL, the game moves faster. The pass rushers are faster. Play moves quicker. Windows are tighter. That's the nutshell of the NFL today. The great quarterbacks can make adjustments and have a clock in their head. Sam Darnold, and I think the patience of having Josh McCown with him and the tutelage of him is starting to pay off. As I said, wait until this Jet team gets the weaponry it needs to get on this team. Jets are 4-11, one more game to play. If they lose to New England, which could happen, they virtually are in the top 5 of a draft pick and very likely are going to address one of their key problems in the beginning of the draft. The Jets already have a few keepers on this team. I think it's very clear from looking at this Jet offense, they got at least 2 or 3 keepers for Sam Darnold, 100%. Robbie Anderson is a keeper. Guy's a long target wide receiver, can make deep throws too. Jets need that. Okay, Robbie Anderson stays. Chris Herndon has impressed me. I didn't know much about who Chris Herndon was, but seeing some of the plays he made and being the close relationship he has with Darnold, okay, that's a keeper too. But I mentioned, of course, the Jets don't want to have too many receivers that can't separate from defenders. You can get away with it being 1, maybe 2 tops. Herndon for me, fine. That's a keeper. That's 2. The running back situation is still a bit of a mystery. Bilal Powell, you don't know how he's going to be coming off a neck injury. I don't know about keeping Bilal Powell. Elijah McGuire has shown me something. I think Elijah McGuire can stay. But the Jets still need a top-end running back to complement their running game. The Jets also, and I think it got clearly exposed over the last few weeks, their defense has not been able to finish games. Darnold can only do so much for you. You need to finish games. Jets need to draft somebody for pass rush. It's clear. Do the Jets go after Bosa in the draft? I couldn't see why the Jets shouldn't go after him. But of course, the Jets also need help at wide receiver. They need to get some offense around Darnold in addition to just defense. The special teams is definitely a keeper. I think it's finally happy to say, and I'm very happy to say this, the Jets special teams finally woke up after a long, excuse the phone ringing there. The Jets special teams finally is good again. Not since the era of Mike Westhoff did the Jets have a good special teams. Andre Roberts was a great find for the Jets to do kickoff returns. Jason Myers was a good find for the Jets as far as field goals. Fine. So as you see, the Jets have some pieces that they finally have got to work with. Now it's about just getting the glue that can hold the team together. Getting that running back to be a playmaker is going to be one. Getting another wide receiver to complement Anderson is two. Getting an O-line to protect Darnold is three. And of course, getting a good pass rush on the Jet defense is four. But trust me when I say this, I think the Jets are not too far away from being great again. If playing Aaron Rodgers didn't finally get through to those doubters that didn't know who Sam Darnold was or didn't think Sam Darnold is good enough, ladies and gentlemen, the Savior has come. The Jets have found their quarterback after many long years. After the era of Joe Namath, it's been 40 plus years since the Jets found a great quarterback. Sam Darnold is the guy. Sam Darnold is the man. This is Sam's team, whether you like it or not. The key now will be, who does Sam have around him going forward? Who will be coaching Sam next? That's the last piece I want to close out with. We already know Todd Bowles is likely out the door after the final game of the season, which is fine. I've already said the Jets need a young coach. A younger coach that's an offensive-minded guy. The Jets have been linked to Jim Harbaugh. Don't know if Jim Harbaugh is actually going to be here. I figure he'll just stay at Michigan. Why not? The other idea was, but now it's obviously not going to happen, was to get John Harbaugh, but John Harbaugh is not leaving the Ravens. It's clear. John Harbaugh stays there. The Ravens are on the verge of being a playoff team. Why get rid of him? It makes no sense. Doug Marrone I thought would have been another good option, but I don't think Doug Marrone's going anywhere, even though Marrone is a Bronx native. And it's weird because before Bowles, he could have been the Jets head coach. Years back. If you go back about 4 or 5 years ago, before Todd Bowles was hired, Doug Marrone was very likely to land the Jets job. And guess who kind of told him we're going with Todd Bowles? McCagnon. So it would have been funny if Marrone were to come to the Jets now and McCagnon 5 years later says, all right, Doug, we made a mistake 5 years ago not hiring you. Now you're in. I don't think that's going to happen. The search for the Jets head coach is going to be the next thing to look forward to. And whoever the Jets bring in has to be someone that's offensive-minded and someone that, more importantly, can keep a team together. Todd Bowles didn't do that. He allowed this Jet team to kind of do as they please, commit a million penalties for a guy that's supposed to teach discipline. That only can get you so far. You need a coach that can stop division, stop riff in the locker room, stop disputes outside or on the field. You need a guy that can hold the team together in even the worst of bumps in the road. During the offseason, we'll find out who's going to be the coach of this Jet team. And it better be somebody good. Jonathan Perriente, Education 10, saying bye for now.